Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United stream. Tonight we're going to be talking about the announcement that Man United have finally created and formed a women's team, and it really is long overdue. You can see my smile on my face. For years I've been watching Man United and been perplexed at the fact we haven't had a women's team, and now I think we've taken a huge step forward in creating a women's team. And in this stream we're going to be going through the squad members, sort of learning about the new team, the new coaches, new players, and discussing on the impact that it's going to bring to the club and to women's football as a whole. If you want to get involved, leave your thoughts in the live chat, and we will go through what you have to say as well. Welcome, Red Army FC says, the first thing he says, they're probably sexy as fuck. Well, you're the judge of that. I'm not going to say anything about that. But he also says they're going to recreate history. Well, hopefully they do. In this stream, we're going to, really... we're just going to kind of learn. I'll go through every single squad member and a bit about them, just so you guys watching the stream can kind of be educated, and it's also educating myself, because I'm gonna start it off by saying, look, I'm not the biggest women's football aficionado. I haven't really been into women's football too much, but hopefully with the introduction of this Manchester United women's team, I can get more into women's football. I'll just big O around the corner there. Welcome United lads, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. If you are just joining, please do leave a like. I really would appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get... Oh, I've messed up the bloody live chat now. Brilliant. Okay, let me move that down. There we go, right. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, it keeps going up and down. I do apologise for this. Right, there we go. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go through all the women's players and things like that. And yeah, if you want to watch this video or watch this stream, just to almost get a bit of an insight into all the squad members of the women's team, and also just we can discuss the impact together on how good of an impact it's going to have on the club and also for women's football in general, as I've already said. So let's get straight into it now. We're going to go through the squad members now. As I can tell you, the announcement video for the women's team was absolutely fantastic. If you want to go check that out, it is on the Manchester United Twitter and Instagram pages. So obviously the Man United women's team, Alex Greenwood is going to captain the team, with Casey Stoney being the manager of the team as well, which you've probably already seen. There's been a lot of social media about it, so if you have been following Manchester United on social media, you'll have seen Casey Stoney and Alex Greenwood. Alex Greenwood being the captain, who has had a lot of experience in women's football as well, and we'll get to that in a second. And also Casey Stoney as well. I think she's got a CBE or an OBE, so that just shows her commitment to women's football and football in general. But we're going to go through all the players in the squad, so if you guys want to have your say on anything, keep leaving your thoughts in the live chat and we will come to them at some stage. First and foremost, we're going to go through the goalkeepers. Obviously a 21-man squad like you'd see in a men's team, probably a bit less, but also just first before we get into this, this Man United women's team will not be competing in the top league. Hopefully next season they will be, but they've entered WSL2, which is kind of the women's championship. So hopefully their goal, and if you've watched, like me, watched their kind of interviews and things, it's very clear that their goal is to get promotion to the WSL1 this season. They're all hungry for it, so hopefully they can achieve it. So the goalkeeper, Siobhan Chamberlain, first and foremost on the team sheet. She's experienced international who has played in both of the last World Cups and European Championships. So obviously she's got a lot of experience and got that winning mentality. She is someone who was part of that England squad, she and with the England women's teams have done very well in the past major tournaments. So that's the sort of player that United want. Obviously, even in the men's team, Man United are known for their players with winning mentality, and her coming in with that sort of experience definitely will will definitely help the Man United women's going forward. Casey Stoney, the manager, her comments on her said, Siobhan's experience will be vital with the youthful look of our squad, a real team player and a very driven individual, true thinker of the team. So that gives you an insight into what she is like as a player. And obviously, as I said, I'm going to say this first and foremost. For me, this is also education for me, learning about the new players and the new squad members. So, if I get anything wrong, I do apologise. I'm also still learning, but hopefully throughout the course of next season, as we start to cover the women's team more on this channel, I'll be able to, get more involved with it and, learn more about the players and the team as we go on. The second player in the squad here, Emily Ramsey as well, who was actually a previous Manchester United player who was a signing from Liverpool at only 17. She was an England youth international, so again, another player who has already achieved quite a lot at such a young age. So yeah, I think obviously with the squad of goalkeepers we've got here, we've got Fran Bentley as well. Some very nice comments from Casey Stoney. So obviously, I'm pretty sure the number one will be Siobhan Chamberlain. But again, it's good, as we've seen with the Man United men's team, to have a good collective of goalkeepers, a good squad, and I'm sure that they will get games throughout the season. Just to read out the comments that Casey Stoney, obviously the manager, has made. By the way, welcome Darryl, thanks for joining the stream, mate, appreciate it. Casey said about Emily, he said, to be able to bring Emily back is fantastic. She has a fantastic future ahead of her and is a great addition to our squad. Emily can achieve whatever she wants and we will support her to get her there. Well, exactly. And about Fran, obviously she was a youth international who signed from Man City. So, there you go. Obviously taking players from rivals as well. But, all that aside. And again, this squad is very, very young. It's quite a young squad, which is great because it's got space to develop. As Casey Stoney says in a comment, he says, I'm really pleased Fran made a decision to come to United. She's a great character and has a huge amount of potential. So those are the goalkeepers there, and hopefully, they can keep a safe pair of hands for United women's team. We've got quite a few defenders here, which is great. We're going to start with Martha Harris, previous PFA Young Player of the Year and competed in the 2014 Under-20 World Cup in Canada. So again, young team, indicative of that. Martha Harris, PFA Young Player of the Year, again, achieved so much at such a young age. Casey Stoney has said that Martha has some fantastic seasons of fullback and she adds real energy to our team. One of the best 1v1 defenders around. So looks very, very good for her indeed. Obviously, we go up to the next one, the captain of the new Manchester United women's team, and again, it must be such an honour. The first captain of the Man United women's team is a historical moment indeed for her, which is decent. So Alex Greenwood, he says, England international who has a great left foot, one of the best in the game, a previous Young International Player of the Year, competed in the 2015 World Cup and 2017 European Championships. Again, very similar to Siobhan Chamberlain in the goalkeeper spot. She definitely has pedigree, definitely has experience in the highest levels, playing at the highest levels, which is great. Casey says, signing Alex was very significant for us. She's an experienced international and has one of the best left foots in the game. They'll be vital to the way we want to play. So yeah, exactly. And I tell you what, a good left foot in football is never underrated. It's so good to have a good left footer in the team, and that's why it's good, especially a defender as well. Amy Turner, another one here, a senior international with the desire and drive to win things. An aggressive, tough tackling centre-back with the ability to pick a pass. That is what I like. That is what I like to see in a centre-back. Really, if I had a tick list, that is what I'd go for. Casey Stoney says, I was really pleased when Amy decided to sign. She will drive our standards and keep the aggression on the pitch. Her ability to play off from the back was a key reason for us wanting her on board. So there we go again. The new style of football these days, the fashionable style of football, seems to be playing it from the back. And seeing those comments there, only excite me. They really do excite me. So hopefully, that is what we get to see from her. Naomi Hartley, another defender in the new Man United women's team. And if you want to keep getting your thoughts, leave your thoughts in the comment section and the live chat as well. Under 17 international, spent her youth years at Man United RTC. A tough, strong central defender with lots of potential. Again, I love to hear that. And it shows the youthfulness and the desire of this squad will be going through and through, and it's going to show strong, I can believe. And to be honest, I really do believe that the women's team can win, the WSL2 title this season. I really hope they do, because Man United it doesn't, women's football, men's football, we deserve to be at the highest level no matter what. So hopefully these girls can bring it home for United. Casey says about Naomi, it's great to be able to bring Naomi home. She has so much potential, and I can't wait to see how much she can develop. She is strong and fearless, exactly, and that's what you need from a defender. Again, you know, the checklist ticks all the boxes for me. Ticks all the boxes. Lucy Roberts, we move on to here. Under 17 international, again, the youthfulness and competing at such a high level at such a young age is fantastic. Coming across from Liverpool, again, taking from a rival. Her great-great-granddad, Charlie Roberts, was the first ever captain to leave Man United team out at Old Trafford. Wow, that is amazing. I tell you what, that is a great omen for a football player if your great-great-granddad was the first ever captain to lead United out at Old Trafford. Absolutely amazing history, and you know, it's great to see that she's continuing the family tradition. Casey Stoney here says, Lucy has lots of potential, and I'm looking forward to working with her and developing her game. A very focused young woman with big aspirations. That's what I like to hear. Again, all these, I mean, I'll tell you what, I've got to say, Casey Stoney's comments here are very, you know, they're what you expect from a Man United manager, you know, very, really nice comments. And I tell you what, you know, I will talk about Casey Stoney after I've gone through all the players, but I think she was very much an ideal appointment for this job. So fantastic work from Manchester United there. Welcome Red Army AFC, welcome to the stream, thanks for joining. He says they got to sign Alex Morgan. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I think Alex Morgan is definitely, you know, obviously she's been one of the sort of the main women in women's football. You know, one of the poster girls. I don't like saying poster girls really, but you know what I mean. One of the people that young girls will look up to. You know, achieved a lot with the USA and with her, you know, respective teams. So yeah, it'd be great to sign her again. Would just give more popularity and give more, you know, eyes focused on women's football, and particularly in Manchester United women's football. Right, there we go. Sorry guys, I realised. No, Red Army FC, I do apologise, my live chat and things like that, you know, it only works if it's kind of selected, so I do apologise about that. Ryan says, good to have a women's team, don't know why it took us so long. I 100% agree, 100% agree. You know, it really shouldn't have taken this long to have a women's team, and now we do have it. It's just a fantastic thing to bring in, and as I said, we're going to discuss in a bit what impact that's going to have on women's football, but not only women's football, but the impact it's going to have on the club as well of Manchester United. But yeah, as I said, keep leaving your thoughts in the comment section. I still can read them. It's just I have to click on them. So please, please keep leaving your comments if you are watching. Even if they don't get updated on the screen. So obviously Lucy Roberts there we've just talked about, and a last defender in the 21 squad, Kirsty Smith, a Scottish international who is lightning quick. I love to see that from a defender. You know, quick pace really is something which in the modern game you need to be able to stop those strikers. Kirsty can play on either side at full-back. There you go. That again is a fantastic trait to have for a defender. You don't see many of those. You don't see many fullbacks who can comfortably play on the left or the right. So that's fantastic for her that she has that skill, and fantastic for the club. Casey Stoney says Kirsty is a versatile fullback who can play both sides. She is very quick and will add a great pace to our team. A focused and positive young woman. Yeah, again, what you want to hear really, and you know what you would expect from a Man United player. So all of these players, I can tell you right now, you know, they'll all live up to expectations, and they're all hungry to do well, and that is what I love to see. Amy Palmer, only 17 years old. Again, the youthfulness and the hunger that this squad has. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So, only 17 years old, coming to play for Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, having the honour to play for the Man United women's team must be absolutely a thrill. But yes, it says here she has maturity beyond her years, a holding midfielder with a great passing range, an under 18 youth international, again, as we've been talking about, you know, playing at a high level at such a young age is so important if you want to succeed, and these young girls have done absolutely superb. So, you know, it looks like they've all had experience at, you know, high levels at such a young age, which is indicative of their hard work and determination, and you know, they all deserve to be here. Casey says Amy is a mature, I hope I'm saying that right by the way, Amy is a mature beyond her years. She has the ability to change a game with a pass. I'm delighted she decided on United because there's so much more to come from her. That is exciting. Very excited comments there. Molly Green, a former youth international. Again, I mean, I've already said it a load of times, you know, playing at such a good, playing a great standard from a young age. Signing from Everton, a midfielder with lots of energy and good technical ability. Casey says, Molly was one of my first signings. She has a great technical ability, a great character, and a really good team player. A midfielder who has the ability to change games. Changing games is what you, I mean, really, if you had, I mean, if that was the description of a player, the ability to change games in this day and age, that's what you want. That is really what you want. And also, you know, technical ability. You know, we've got energy and technical ability there. That is, I mean, again, fantastic comments, and it's I've got to say, guys, very, very promising indeed. Let's go a few of your comments. I know they're coming in. Ryan says, it's also good for young Man United fans to have the motivation now to push on and achieve their dreams. Exactly, 100%. Exactly. I mean, especially for young women, and I mean, but not even just for young women, for everything. Just everyone who can see that, you know, these women, you know, are all young, hungry, and it shows everyone that, you know, if you're young enough, have the determination, have the hunger, the desire, want to work hard like these women have, you know, you can get to where you want to be. So, exactly, Ryan, you hit the nail on the head there, my friend. Katie here, Katie Zelem, the new number 10 at Manchester United women's team, so very well done to her. A previous youth international who has come from Juventus, so a bit of continental experience as well. Having previously played for Liverpool after leaving Manchester United. A technical midfielder who likes scoring goals. I'll tell you what, if you like scoring goals, Man United's the place to be, I can tell you there. Katie says, I'm really glad we've been able to bring Katie back. Katie's a great player and a fantastic character to have in the squad. Now we want her to reach her potential, and I tell you what, that is exciting stuff as well, right there. I tell you, we've got a few more midfielders in the squad as well. It's great to have it. It's great to see the squad depth. You know, as we've seen over the years from the Man United men's team, and in any competition, you need great squad depth. And I tell you, this Man United women's team have it in abundance. So Charlie Devlin, a youth international, who has previously played for Arsenal and Millwall. I'll tell you what, Arsenal's women's team, you know, produced the likes of Alex Scott, who is, you know, now a fantastic pundit as well. You know, produced some fantastic players. Eni Aluko being another one. So ultimately, you know, did she play for Chelsea? Again, I do apologise. My knowledge of women's football isn't great, but hopefully throughout this process, as I said, it will get better, I can tell you that. So Charlie, a youth international who has previously played for Arsenal and Millwall. A technically gifted midfielder with the ability to link the play. I tell you what, that sounds great, fantastic. Casey here says Charlie's a fantastic character and has a lot of potential. At only 20, again, the youth of the squad is coming through. I can't wait to see what she can achieve. A technical midfielder who can influence games. Again, the influencing games. You know, there's no point playing if you can't influence a game. And I'm sure all of these players in the squad will have that ability. So fair play. Lauren James, and this one is very much an interesting one. Lauren is 16 years old. I'm 1 year older than her, and I'm sitting here doing this. You know, she's actually gone out there and achieved her dream at 16 years old, and it's absolutely fantastic for her to get into the Man United team at such a young age. So well done to you, Lauren, if you are watching indeed, which I'm not sure if you are, but if you are, well done to you. She says, Lauren is the youngest member of the squad, a technically very gifted midfielder with great passing ability. You know, and Casey here says Lauren has a potential to do whatever she wants to do with hard work. Hard work, and I tell you what, all of these players are hard working. When you've got that youth on your side, when you've got to this point, you know, there's nothing you can't achieve. So I'm sure the hard work will show through. At only 20, I can't wait to see what she can achieve. A technical midfielder who can influence. That's a different one, I do apologise. Casey said about Lauren, she's technically very gifted and also the baby of our squad. A great addition from Arsenal. Again, I totally agree. Because Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken, have had a history of producing some fantastic players. So hopefully Lauren can do that as well. Lizzie Arnott, Scottish international, is great with the ball at her feet, can run all day, and is great in 1v1 situations. Well, there we are. I tell you what, it's a fantastic trait again. You know, great with the ball at her feet. You need to have confidence when you're a midfielder. I mean, I played in midfield before. Not at a high level, trust me, but you know, when you are in midfield, you need to have confidence. You need to be able to, you know, be able to play with the ball at your feet and be able to pick out passes with ease. So hopefully, I mean, it all sounds fantastic. It all sounds absolutely superb. Millie says, youth international with great technical ability. Millie signs from Bristol, where she was a captain, a great player, a great player and fantastic character. Casey here says about Millie, the signing of Millie Turner was a big one for us. Shows the importance there. She has a great ability on the ball and she can defend very well, which will complement our style of play. And I'd say, well, that is also a thing. You know, it's going to be very interesting to see what sort of identity Casey Stoney implements on this Man United women's team. Obviously, it's an absolute clean slate of an identity, so it'll be very interesting to see the way she wants to play with Manchester United, with this team. Hopefully it's going to be very, very positive, and as I said, you know, I'm sure she'll do a fantastic job with the experience she already has behind her. The forwards now, the excitement, the exciting players here. Obviously all of the other players are exciting additions, but the forwards, the guys who are going to score the goals. Let's see, we've got Ella Toon here. Hopefully I pronounced that right, I do apologise if I haven't. She is a young, exciting winger signed from Man City, a youth international with plenty of talent and potential. So there we go. I tell you what, signing from Man City, you know, a bit dodgy from Man City. I'm joking. But obviously, you know, again, very, very, very comforting words to hear from a Man United fan. You know, and someone with talent and potential, and I think that's something that goes through the whole of this squad. Potential, you know, and to see all of these players have the potential to go on and do something fantastic and make this women's team the best in the country is brilliant to see. Very, very encouraging. Casey says Ella is a great addition to the team and can play anywhere in attacking areas. She's an exciting, dynamic winger and will add to our positive attacking philosophy. Well, there we go. There is an insight into the philosophy, the potential philosophy that Casey Stoney is willing to implement at Manchester United. Positive attacking philosophy, and also the fact that Ella, you know, and most of these Man United players as well, you know, look dynamic, look like they'll be able to, you know, be flexible, play anywhere, which is a manager's dream, let me tell you. We move on to Jess Sigsworth. An England youth international, again, the importance of playing at such a high level at such a young age, and also top scorer in the Women's League last season. There we go. There is the big signing. Big signing. You know, that is going to be so important, and you know she's going to be up there banging in the goals for Man United women's team. The top scorer in the WSLL is not a title that they give out lightly. Jess is quick, direct, and has a great eye for goal. There we go. What more could you ask for, honestly? What more could you ask for? Casey here says, Jess Sigsworth knows nothing but the goal, an unbelievable eye for goal, and the attitude and drive to succeed. Jess will add goals this season. Well, that's a given. If you're the top goal scorer of the WSL League, you know, you're going to add goals to this team. So that is a very, very exciting addition indeed. Leah Galton we move on to. Leah is a direct wide player with a great left foot. Again, brilliant trait to have a great left foot. There's not too many left-footed players, and if you've got a wand of a left foot, that's brilliant. A former England youth international who was signed from previous club Bayern Munich. There you go, that's a bit of pedigree for you. Casey Stoney says left-footers are rare and good ones even more so. And having Leah gives us a really good balance and the opportunity to attack quickly both sides. Extremely hard-working and driven to take Manchester United to the next level. And I tell you what, with signings like this, it does look like we're going to the next level. You know, you may as well give us the 2019-2020 Champions League trophy. I'm not sure if we can win that. But anyway, last two players on the list, and hopefully you guys have got a good idea of the squad members as I've gone through them all. And you guys can have a look for yourself. It's on the Manchester United website and also on the Manchester United Twitter page. So if you want to get to know them a bit more, you can go and search for them there. Kirsty Hansen, Scottish Youth International. We've got a few Scottish players in this team. Scottish Youth International, signed from Doncaster after winning the WSL2 last season. Again, there you go. A WSL2 winner. You need those winners in your team, and she is going to be absolutely fantastic for that. An exciting and quick wide player who can play on either wing. Again, dynamic, someone who's flexible, someone can do a job on both sides. Very good to hear. Casey Stoney says, "I'm delighted we've got the signature of Kirsty. With the way we want to play, most defenders will struggle to deal with her ability and go one-on-one at her pace." Well, by reading the descriptions of all the forwards, I tell you what, the defenders in that league, the WSL2, will be absolutely trembling. So, fair play. And Ebony Salmon, why did I say Salmon? Sorry about that. Ebony Salmon, England Youth International, again, playing at the highest level for a low age. With an abundance of pace, signed from Aston Villa at only 17 years old. Again, we've got a few 17 years old, 17, 18, 16-year-olds. Again, that is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that at all. The youth means desire, means hunger, means everything. So that's fantastic. Very exciting future for her. Casey says, "I was delighted to sign such a young, exciting forward with so much potential. Ebony has deadly pace and the ability to finish. I'm excited to see what she can achieve." And there you have it. Those are all the 21 squad members for the women's team coming up for the new season, and that is going to be fantastic. And it's great to see, it's great to kind of go through the whole of the team and go through each player, and hopefully, you guys have got, over the course of that, we'll sort of have been able to get to know, all of the squad members, and hopefully you'll be, more interested and more intrigued to do more research yourself. Because I'm going to say that this video is not going to be, it's not going to be the best video for information. So please, I do, want you guys to go and, check out this information for yourself and really get yourself involved in this women's team, because it's a very, very exciting proposition. So, also on the stream, we're going to discuss right now what this may impact and how this may impact women's football in general. Now, obviously, Manchester United having the following it has and being the big club that it is, it's absolutely fantastic to see a women's team being introduced, and hopefully this means more following for the women's team and more in women's football in general and more intrigue into it. Because for me, it was an absolute, it was a shock and an absolute kind of, mystery as to why we didn't have a women's team. I was watching Man United, and yes, I'm a huge fan of it. It just feels just right. It feels absolutely right to have it. So, as I said, if you guys are watching, please to leave your thoughts on that. Fred, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. He's showing his support for the Man United women's team here by saying go the United women's team, exactly. And hopefully, if you are intrigued about that, on this channel we'll be doing more and more content for the Man United women's team. So if you are if you are intrigued in that, then please do subscribe to this channel. We'll be doing content about it as well. But yeah, I think, you guys can have your say in the live chat, but for me, I think it's going to have a great impact on women's football in general, because, to have a team like Manchester United, making a women's team and joining the women's, fray and giving all, and bringing together the squad that we have, very, very positive indeed, and hopefully it'll encourage more people to follow it, because it's a travesty at how little people, follow women's team compared to the men's team. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can see an increase in the amount of people watching and getting, getting involved in it. Venus, welcome to the stream. Venus Modeste, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, guys, I would really appreciate subscribing to the channel if you're new. I do apologise. I think I'm going to say it's a she. Obviously, just because Venus Williams. If it isn't a she, I do apologise, but I think it's a she. But yeah, thank you very much for joining, Venus. Appreciate it. She says, "Thanks. That's so great. Finally, exactly. Finally, we get to see a women's team playing, for Manchester United. Absolutely superb. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I really would appreciate it. So yeah, you guys in the live chat, how big of an impact do you think this will have on women's football as a whole? Because for me, I think it'll have a great impact on it, and also the impact that it'll have for the club going forward. The impact, because the fact that we didn't have a women's team, that was always sort of a criticism of Manchester United. That was always a, it was always, oh yeah, Man United only have a men's team and don't have a women's team, and it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. You saw on Sky Sports News and things like that always talking about the Arsenal women's team doing so well, Chelsea women's team, and it just felt right for Man United to get a women's team, and I'm just so happy that we have done it. And we brought in, Casey Stoney, who's fantastic, and the players we brought in, the youthful team, looks like we're going to have a fantastic future with the women's team. So if you are excited for that, leave a like on the video and on the stream. And also, I really urge you guys to do your own research on this as well, because this video is just me skimming the surface. Hopefully you guys throughout their season can really, get involved with this Manchester United team. So, by the way, cheers for the subscription, Venus. Appreciate it. Cheers for it. And if you are watching, thank you so much. Appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just, it's just a fantastic piece of news. Obviously, with the World Cup going on, there hasn't been too much Manchester United news. Obviously, we have been linked to a few players as well, which I will cover maybe tomorrow in another stream. But it's just fantastic to see the Man United women's team being involved. And you guys, I want you guys to have your say as well in the live chat, in the comment section down below as well, what you think of this Man United women's team. And if you are watching this as a video, earlier in the video I went through every single player, talked about where they played, and looked at the comments about them. And obviously, I'm going to say, I'm not a huge fan of women's football. Not in the way I don't like it, in the way that I haven't watched it. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm some sort of aficionado. But I'm hoping that with this Man United women's team and the fact that I will be following it and I will be, creating content about it, I can get more into women's football and hopefully get more other people into women's football and join me on the journey of learning more about a fantastic journey with the Man United women's team. And, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So, as I said, if you guys have been watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I am going to end the stream now, but thank you so much to everyone who has watched me. And if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe for more Manchester United content. Manchester United women's content will be coming on the channel, which is really, really exciting. I've just done that wrong now. Oh, brilliant. Okay. I think that'll get back. There we go. Technology. But anyway, that's gonna be. I'm gonna end it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave your thoughts on the new women's team in the comment section down below, and subscribe to the channel for more Manchester United men's and women's content. But really, we're all Manchester United. We are all united. So great news that Manchester United have introduced a new women's team. Leave your thoughts on that in the comment section down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in a bit.